Hello and welcome to Solace and Emo. Today is going to be a short one, and it's about mythical creatures. Well, three of them that are quite popular ones, but with one of them I knew pretty much nothing about. So, these are going up on Fridays now instead of Wednesdays because it gives me more time. To research, and I've been sick and schoolwork, so I haven't been able to do much research. Alright, the very first one is Bigfoot. Now, with the research I did, I couldn't find like a estimated size of Bigfoot, which is odd since his thing is being big. So, like, Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, huge ape-like creature that would leave behind big footprints, which gave it the name Bigfoot. A lot of people believe either Bigfoot is like a missing step in human evolution, or is the unevolved common ancestor of human and ape. Since we didn't evolve from apes, we just have a common ancestor. Some people believe Bigfoot or Sasquatch is like that common ancestor because it has traits from both. Although, like, this one, out of all of them on this list, has the most attention around it, it is highly disbelieved by majority of scientific communities because there's not enough evidence that they exist, and to them, from research they've done, it doesn't fit the description of the common ancestor or a missing step in evolution, so it's just put as that they don't believe that it's out there. Personally, it wouldn't surprise me if it is out there, because there's so much unexplored forest, but I reckon majority of the so-called sightings are faked. Just somebody trying to get some sort of popularity or views from it. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's out there, but still skeptical on that one. The next one is the Wendigo. This is one that I didn't really know anything about other than I've heard its name before. But the plural for it is Wendigo, and they are around 4.5 meters tall. So the Wendigo originates from Native American roots, and Wendigo means evil spirit. So the Wendigo have they eat human flesh, but they're never full from it. They can never have enough, so they just keep on killing and eating people. And part of the reason for this I'll explain in a second, but it's also said that their description is that they're around 4.5 meters tall. They have glowing eyes with huge fangs, and they're covered in hair or decaying flesh, or decaying skin. Now, it's believed a Wendigo is formed or created when somebody resorts to cannibalism, whether it's because they're starving and that's all they can do, even if the person's already dead, or just because they choose to. Either way, once they resort to cannibalism, they become a Wendigo, or Wendigo. So it's believed that once you eat human flesh, it makes your spirit evil, and you become imprisoned within the Wendigo, around where you'd expect its heart to be. And the only way to kill Wendigo is by killing the human that's trapped inside underneath. Some legends say that they're frozen there. Some people say that it's just it's a body that's just clinging onto life that's attached in there. But yeah, so there's not much that I could find about people who believe it compared to people who don't, but it seems like one of the stories you'll tell kids to just make them behave, except in this case, make them not resort to cannibalism. Apparently, it's a needed lesson, so yeah. One thing that I didn't see when in everything that I looked at when describing them is none of them mentioned antlers, but every time you look at a picture every time you look at like art pieces of them, then they have antlers on them, but it's not listed in any descriptions that in any of the two descriptions that I looked at. Yeah, so that's the second one, and the final one is the Loch Ness Monster, which is also known as Nessie. Everyone has heard about the Loch Ness Monster. So it lives in Scotland, in the Loch Ness River, which is how it got its name, Loch Ness Monster. Although recently I saw something saying that they believe that it's moved to somewhere in America. I don't know how it did that, but okay. So it's believed by a lot of people just to be a myth, or like there was the very famous photo that everyone knows of it. It was found a few years ago to just have been a spoof. It wasn't real. The guy didn't say how he did it, but apparently he said that it wasn't real. But the Loch Ness Monster, the legend has been around since it's ancient. It first appeared in stone carvings and like cave paintings. A lot of people believe that it's a aquatic dinosaur. I am probably going to say this dinosaur's name wrong, but I know I've heard the name, and I'm pretty sure it's pronounced plesiosaur. It's pretty much, if you look up Loch Ness Monster and you compare it to a dinosaur, the one that looks most like it is the one it's based off. It looks pretty much identical. And this one, for so long, even when researching this, in my head I was like, yeah, it could be real, but thinking about it now, might be because it's late, but there's not much going for it. So, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and think it is again. Who knows? Anyway, those are the only three mythical creatures that I had time to record this week. So this one's going to be a short one. Hopefully I can record something longer next week. Really hoping this does go out on Friday like I said it would, but it's already 11:30 and I still got to convert to MP4, edit and upload, so yeah. Friday night, Sunday morning. No, Saturday morning, okay. Got that wrong a few times. Bye.